They say April showers bring May flowers. Therefore, I can only assume that April snows bring rain foes. So I hope everybody is ready to fight your rivals next month. Or have some romantic tension with your rivals next month. Or most likely both. I mean, really. If you don't have some sort of violent rivalry with somebody else with homoerotic undertones, what are you doing with your life? Anyway, hello, it's stream time. So, last week... Ooh. Pardon me for one sec. Anyway, throat tried to kill me. So, last week started Xenoblade Chronicles X. And, made a character in a pretty good amount of time. Helped that I did kind of know what I wanted going in. And to be entirely honest, I did have a vague feeling of like, should I start a new game? Should I, like, start one more time between streams? Because, like, the hair color is just a little bit wrong. I guess I probably could have brought up a comparison shot, but I didn't think to do that until now. So maybe next week, but like, yeah, the hair's just like a little bit different, I think, but I don't think it's a big enough deal to run through the intro again off stream. So we're getting this hair color. It's gonna be the canon hair. I'll live with it. Also, since last stream, I have changed my setup in here. Mic position might still be a bit awkward, but I think I can much more easily see the actual monitor I'm using for this, so I think in terms of playing, I should be a little better. I'm just gonna first move that over, because I don't need that controller. But yeah, once again, if volume's a little off, and if you're hearing double, then just speak up. But the Yeti is usually pretty good about directional audio. As long as it's not facing towards the source of the audio, I think it won't pick it up. I think we're safe there. Admittedly, though, I do kind of get why people have, like, the hanging mics. Like, man, I can understand those now. Not that I couldn't before, but I was always just like, I'll never need one. I'm just always going to be looking at the computer. Therefore, I can just have the mic pointing, it's right in the center pointing towards me, and it's fine. But yeah, this is going to be a bit awkward, so let me shift this a bit so we can actually start. Xeno X. Alright, so really, the ideal position would be to have some kind of stand for the mic in front of me. Do I have a little stool I could just place in front of my chair? I don't know. Let me check one more thing, actually. Let me do this. Okay, so it is definitely closer to the audio source, but I think this is probably going to be fine. Also, just to note, the title screen has changed ever so slightly. We've got our character over there, and Elma, and I don't think we've been introduced to that last person just yet, but we will soon enough. And of course, I have not messed with any menu stuff whatsoever. I would have wanted to between streams, but we did save at a chapter break, which means we're going to be opening with a cutscene. That just always happens, it just makes sense. So yeah, we'll load the game here. Hold on a sec, let me just not talk and look at this. Okay, oddly enough, it seems to be getting the little clicks of the menu sound effects. What? That's just a mess of one. Okay, so. Let's see if that works a little bit better. I've turned the volume down. I'm right here, so I should be able to hear it. But really, I guess the thing I should be thinking is like, can I plug earbuds into the television? Well, anyway. It seems to be picking up the little clicks. But it's not getting the music. Which is honestly kind of surprising. I've seen the bars go up. It definitely goes up when the... Man, that's... Sounds weird sometimes. Alright, let's see how this goes for now, then.
How about a quick tour of the facilities to refresh your memory? Let's start with your living quarters. Follow me.
I mean, even if you found mine, I think they'd be a little different. Seems you've repurposed a lot of the ship. Don't know what it looked like before, could probably guess pretty easily it's different now.
Brave citizens of New Los Angeles, good day. This is your Director General, Maurice Chausson.
Hi, Maurice.
Today, I once again come to you with news I am truly delighted to share. Yesterday, we repatriated 10 more White Whale crew members. These
Does that
fellow
include me? Does he know about me
pioneers will
already?
rejoin our ranks as citizens of NLA, bringing with them skills and know-how that will bolster our ability to survive and indeed flourish here in our new home.
Alright, extra
This,
population of
course,
10.
is only the latest success in our continuing efforts.
Director
As
General?
part of my
Since when?
initiative for the rescue and
Since last night, I
recovery of
2
guess.
days ago,
our
ma'am.
brothers and sisters. I stand here truly humbled and
From
grateful.
political aide to director general in just a few weeks. At this rate, he'll be emperor by next month.
Irina?
We're not being
Gwen?
serious, right? I
Nice
feel like
work
if we're
out
starting
there,
new
ma'am.
life on a new planet, probably shouldn't encourage emperors. Wonder why they call Elma ma'am. I mean, I feel like we can probably figure that out. I might have amnesia, but I can figure out chain of command. But am I interested? That's the question.
Right. Introductions. Irina Akulov, Gwyn Evans.
This one of the survivors, Colonel?
The survivor. I only found a single pod intact at Starfall Basin.
Okay, so apparently that news
Wait,
report
what?
did not include me.
What happened to 10 more crew members?
Come on, seriously? Chausson was never one to let the truth get in the way of a good speech.
Oh, that was a lie. Dear, I
Still,
was thinking it was
every
11.
last survivor counts. You can call me Irina.
Okay,
I'm
well,
with
we're
the
already
Interceptors.
lying to the population. Not
Me
sure
too.
how I feel about
Same
that.
division. You can call me Mr. Evans.
I won't do
Or
that.
just Gwyn.
The three of us were in the Coalition forces together, specifically the Special Operations Heavy Armor Training Unit, aka the Skeleton Crew.
Don't you mean Hatu?
I was a colonel and Irina a lieutenant. Gwyn was a more recent
I mean, that's the
recruit.
acronym. Why would you not call it Hatu?
Of course, I keep telling them we don't need those old ranks anymore now that we're here.
You're still Colonel to me, ma'am. No reorg will ever change that. And that's not about chain of command either. It's about respect. You've earned it.
And the award for best ass kiss goes to...
Well, I'd
I
remind
regret
you
nothing.
both the ma'ams aren't
say
necessary if I
again.
thought you'd listen.
All right, ma'am. We should be getting back to work. Until next time, Colonel.
She's
Right.
just gonna keep doing
We should be
that.
going too. The administrative district isn't far. That's where you'll be calling home. For now, anyway.
Alright, chapter 1. All that other stuff, just a prologue. The real Xenoblade Chronicles X starts here. Also, we get the night version of the song. For the daytime version, but this one's also very fun.
Hey!
Oh man, he likes my jib cut. Alright, well, one thing I want to check is probably not under system, right? Yeah, this is gonna be all this stuff. There's so much to go into, I probably should know about weather effects, but that is a lot of stuff that I don't want to read on stream. Now, what about Mirror Archives? Oh, right, that's right. This is just story stuff. Yeah, this is a lot of keywords and whatnot. Okay, so yeah. I was wondering if we had any kind of chart for NPCs, but it doesn't look like we have one. I did just start playing Torn of the Golden Country, so yeah, that's kind of on my mind. I'm kind of into I need to talk to every person mode. ZR. ZR as jump is so weird.
Wow, let's see.
I mean, I sure hope so too, cause, that was me. If you heard wailing and person lost, well, I wouldn't be here. Alright, so yeah, got a whole lot of skills. And we've got story progress here. So is like asymmetry cool around here? I don't know, I feel like I'm kind of missing something on an arm. I don't know if I should be like paying attention to that. Should I change? Is that me? Is that a problem for me? What about that? Is that a problem? That seems very bad. I might have amnesia, but that does not change the fact that some things just look dangerous. Seriously, they are swooping. Should we leave? Why does that child have a driver's license? Elmo, what did I just see? Elmo, what's going on in this crazy place? I don't know if I like this.
Damn it!
I hate that helmet so much! Now That's not the same character design, but if that man gets in a mech that has claws on it, I don't trust him. You've got a very familiar face, and I don't like that. This is a little different.
Look, I know what exhaust smells like, and it was exhaust in the cockpit. Just check the ductwork, would you?
Oh, I'm checking. I just seriously doubt... Hey, look at that! The intake exhaust bypass is reversed. Oh man, it's a good thing I caught that.
You caught that? You're the one who cleared me to fly!
Everything okay? It's not like you to flub a flight check, Lynn. Good thing you had a rugged pilot like Doug at the controls.
Oh, hey Elma. How'd it go out there?
I'm here.
And would this be one of the you-know-who's?
Oh, the one and only, apparently.
Cool. I'm Lynn Lee Koo, mechanic
Apparently
and
we
top all-around
kind of
fixie gal for
exaggerated.
Blade.
I am a person who counts 10 times as much as I should. Don't know how I feel about being propaganda, but... well, I mean, clearly this is my first question. What's with this sassy...
She's 13.
lost child?
And I know, she looks young, and
she's
she
probably
is
not
young,
lost.
but trust me, she's one of our top talents.
Most of the time, that is. Most of the time.
Anyway, you guys heading back to the barracks?
Yeah. Why do you ask?
As long as you're here, why don't I take you on the transport? It's a great way to see the city. I'll give you the grand tour.
What's this?
That
Memories
sounds
flooding
like
back.
a great idea.
Grand
All right, Doug, I
tour.
think that'll be all for today.
Grand
You can clean up
tour.
here and dock the Skell.
Welcome
What?
to the grand tour.
Don't
and then
mind the
Elma
exhaust.
just hits us over
I'll
the
take
head.
care of it tomorrow.
Don't mind it!
You have to
Wait,
get
why am I
you
cleaning
have to
up
get
your mess
amnesia
in
a
the
second
first
time.
place? Lynn! Lynn!
We are not remembering Dragon Ball GT. Alright, changing party members. Alright, so yeah, I can change your active party composition from main menu active members. Select allies from the reserve and add them to your active party or swap them around. There are times when you'll not be able to change members, but it's a lot less limiting than original Xenoblade was, let me tell you. Yeah, so... original game, you pretty much had to find people in the city in order to add them to your party. So... yeah. Consequently, anybody who wasn't Elma or Lynn, kind of a pain to actually bring along. So yeah, they've changed that in this version, so now you just have this list that you can access more or less any time. And you don't have to track people down. Anyway though, yeah, party composition doesn't matter too much right now, of course, because we're just exploring the city, but currently we seem to have 2 attackers and a tank. Though I'm guessing specifics of party composition probably not as crucial as it is in Xenoblade 2. You kinda need a little something of everything. Like, I was vaguely aware of party roles in Xenoblade Chronicles 1, but like, I didn't care that much about rigid definitions of them. Like, yeah, Ryan's tank, there's some attackers, Charla's healer, like all that stuff. And then you get to 2 and it's like, you will know every position you can possibly get. You have to know who's tank, who's attacker, who's healer, that this is important. Also, apparently, we already have 1 heart with Elma. Cool, cool. That walk we took was really bonding. Anyway, though. We'll also say, everybody has very, like, regular hair colors. Which is weird because I established hair can just be like this in the future. But yeah, no, we've got black hair. I mean, white hair's kind of unusual like that. Anyway, hey Doug, how's it going? Yeah, Doug's just got black hair. Doug just looks like a man. In fairness, Xenoblade doesn't get that wacky with hair colors either. Honestly, playing Xenoblade 2 might just be skewing my perspective at the moment. Alright, sure.
Listen to this.
Alright, so yeah, we've got some rundowns of the various teams in Blade. There are a lot of little bits of mostly flavor stuff to the various positions.
Yep.
Choose better positions, because my leg has fallen asleep. I'll figure this out eventually.
Not bad, huh? You can see everything from up here.
It beats walking, that's for sure.
The best way to see NLA. I never get tired of this view. It's like a different city every time.
It is kind of in
It's
progress.
certainly come a long way in the last few weeks. There's still so much to be done.
One day at a time.
Speaking of which, we don't really have time for a full pleasure cruise here. Why don't you give us the express tour, Lynn? Just the highlights.
Okay, you got it. New LA is divided into 4 districts. We departed
about
from
them
the
all at
industrial
once in
district,
4 different
where Doug and I
voices.
were conducting the flight test. It has food
You'll never
production,
get through this fast
skill
enough.
development, you know, industries and stuff.
It's also where the West Gate is located, remember? Expect to pass
Yeah,
through there
good
fairly often.
times.
The only other gate out of the city is in the administrative district, but I'm skipping ahead.
Next is the commercial district. Restaurants, galleries, cafes, clothing, groceries, you name it. It's a veritable shopping paradise.
The CD is the closest thing to a downtown we've got. It can actually get pretty crowded sometimes.
Well, by NLA standards anyway. Day or night, the best and only bargains on the planet.
They control all the bargains. Oh
To
no.
your right, the residential district. Housing, housing, and more housing. Well, plus a nice park and the cathedral.
If
Extremely
you're ever
suburbs
looking for
forward.
quiet time alone, or want to relax and unwind with a good book, that's the spot.
Well,
Right?
not quite
The
uniform
park
enough
is
for
my
that
favorite
one.
place to just zone out and chill. And last but not
It
least,
looked like
our
there was some
destination,
amount of effort to make
the
it look pretty
administrative
despite
district,
the
nerd
resources
center
they
at the
have.
heart of NLA. Note the distinct dual-level structure here. The upper level holds our administrative tower, home to Blade HQ and the government. Not to mention Armory Alley as well as the barracks where we live. The lower level there is a hangar complex for Skell maintenance and repairs.
That does sound pretty complex.
And this concludes our tour. We will be landing shortly.
Thanks, Lynn. We'll save the rest of orientation for once we're back at the barracks.
Try not to go. This looks so weird every time, but man, it is really weird to just see, like, regular-ass military style helicopters.
Enjoy your
They're a
stay
little
in the
sci-fi,
administrative
but, like,
district,
yeah,
and
in
thank
Xenoblade,
you for
that's just
flying
like-
Lindley Airlines.
It's normal.
Right. Let's
What do you
get
mean
you
this
over
isn't
to the
attached to
barracks.
some sort of living creature?
Then I
What
should
the
file
fuck?
my report.
They just
They'll
flying
be
around?
eager to hear the details on how I found you, I'm sure.
Are you sure there's not like a miniature
Well
hamster
then,
in there?
we better not keep them waiting. The
It's a really
barracks
tiny
are
hamster.
pretty close, actually.
Running on a wheel to
They're
power
set up
the
just
ship.
behind the giant blade tower here. That road there wraps around the left side and leads right to it.
We'll pass through Armory Alley, but let's not get sidetracked, okay? We can check it out later.
That's probably a lot of menus I don't want to deal with right now. So, entirely fair. Okay, I think medium makes sense. Yep, Blade Tower, there it is. I just discovered this. Wait, hold on a sec, I gotta do the Final Fantasy VII thing real quick. I don't know if I can get the right angle for it. Damn it. Also, what's Final Fantasy VII? Okay, why am I interested in this trailer here?
Strength comes from experience. That's true on any planet.
Okay, you benefit from this, so I think you're cool with it, right, Alma? I didn't just do something I shouldn't have. That felt a little like stealing. Oh. I have now improved as a person, now that I've seen Armored Alley.
Well...
My battle socks. Just adding the word battle to things does make it more amusing, to be fair. Just very amused by Sigma talking about his battle body in
Working
X3.
hard? Huh.
Hey!
That's a shop terminal. So we don't need to see that, but, you've got a specific
What?
symbol. Tell me about it. Or I guess Xenoforms.
Well.
Yeah, so, remember racism? Well, bad news about our relationship with, aliens. Like, literal aliens. Thankfully, I'm a scientist, so I don't get that. Some people think I'm weird about biology, but I disagree. Just really want to know what alien guts look like. It's a legitimate curiosity. Yep, these Blade Barracks. I found them. I will name them after myself now.
And here we are, the Blade Barracks. Consider yourself our guest until we finish getting you registered. Feel free to come and go as you please.
We won't frown and say nothing. We will show an interest.
I think I can answer that one.
I just nodded. What are you talking about?
So, you must be the latest rescue.
Secretary Nagi!
Ms. Koo. Chipper as always, I see.
What can I say? Pep is my middle name.
I ran into Doug Barrett on the way here, and he didn't seem quite so upbeat.
Well, that's his
Anything
fault.
about today's flight I should know?
No. Nothing to worry about.
Good. Be sure it stays that way. More importantly, Elma, you found another one. Excellent work out there.
Just doing my job, Mr. Secretary.
Now, as for officially registering our new citizen here...
Why don't we talk inside? There's a lot of ground to cover. It could take some time.
I need at least one couch,
yes,
or
of
I'm just
course.
not going to
Forgive
absorb
me.
any of this information.
You must be weary from the stasis and your journey back to us. Please, after you.
I'll put on some tea.
I mean, tea sounds great, but like, can we have drinks anywhere near this thing? This seems like delicate machinery.
Allow me to formally introduce myself. My name is Kentaro Nagi. You may remember me as Captain of the White Whale.
I don't
Now
remember
I serve
anything,
as
sorry.
Secretary of Defense here for New LA. The provisional government has charged me with keeping the peace, so all military and police matters fall under my jurisdiction.
He's also my superior officer. And he'd be an excellent person to talk to when you're ready to start looking for work.
What about a job right here with Blade? She seems capable.
Yeah, you seem like somebody who's
Let's
killed a
give
few
it a little
bats.
more time. At least until she knows enough to be able to make an informed decision.
You're like level 5,
She
right?
seems to be
That's good
suffering
enough.
from some form of memory loss.
Memory loss? From the stasis?
Could be that, could be a lot of other
She
things.
could barely remember her name, and nothing at all about what happened to Earth or the White Whale.
I see. Though, come to think of it, the entire lot of us have only been on this planet for what, 2 months? It shouldn't take very long to get caught up.
Yeah,
thoughts exactly.
honestly, great time to get amnesia.
Well then,
You know, there's
should
gonna
we
be some other guy, like, chained to his dark past. He's lost his memory because of that we're gonna find, like, years into this, and it's gonna be so awkward. That guy's gonna have so much FOMO. Alright, soon we're probably going to get all of this information, so let's just start at the top. So this
It
is us.
started at the
How
end,
did we get
2
here?
years ago. The end of Earth. The casualty of a battle between 2 hyper-advanced alien civilizations. Their technology and weapons were beyond our comprehension. We were like infants, naked, powerless. The Earth was reduced to ash and blown away.
I still wonder if I hadn't been there. If maybe all of this could have somehow been avoided.
No one can know that, Elma. What we do know is without you, there'd have been no Project Exodus, and no escape for any of us. Did it go perfectly? No.
No, the Earth
We
did
are here,
explode.
and we are alive.
That was pretty bad.
We survived. So yes, Project Exodus. Once we learned the Earth might be threatened, we needed a plan to preserve all her various life forms. That plan was the Earth Life Colonization Project, otherwise known as Project Exodus.
Those of us who escaped on the White Whale spent over 2 years wandering in space. 2 hard years. But we clung to our mission. Find a habitable planet and settle there.
And, well,
We
thankfully
had no
this one
idea
was
how
habitable
long
enough.
it would take. Or that the decision would eventually be made for us.
The Xenoforms found us again, and, well, it wasn't a happy reunion.
You're very
Earth
rude.
wasn't enough. They wanted humanity destroyed.
They've got a personal
For
grudge
better
against
and
us.
for worse, we were close to planet
Not because
Mira
of how
when
cool
we
we
lost
are.
control of the White Whale. Inertia and gravity took it from there.
The ship had taken way too much damage to survive entering the atmosphere intact. We had no choice. We channeled all the power we had left to soft land the habitat. Once the dust cleared, we set to work transforming it into its current state. Searching for survivors, establishing Blade, installing the provisional government. Basically, making it a sustainable city.
Okay, yep. As I thought. You're going through all of these, but you can choose the order you want to go through. But I feel like they've lined them up in a sensible order.
Blade is an acronym. Builders of a legacy after the destruction of Earth. Quite fitting, I think.
I mean,
it's a relatively new organization.
Not the worst acronym
Up there
I've
in
seen
space,
from
we had plenty of provisions, and a crew trained to handle the limited amount of situations we might encounter in our travels. But of course, all that changed after we lost most of our ship and came crashing down here on Mira. We needed food,
so yeah, wow that there isn't
water,
an Elmo and me,
search and rescue teams, surveyors, police.
Do those as much
on
anymore.
It was too much for the provisional government to manage on its own, so Blade was born. The idea was to have one central organization with different disciplines to fill these various roles. Its core was pulled from the coalition military,
Street Fighter 6
so
ones,
it's
but also
mostly
most of
former
its cards as
soldiers.
well.
But fighting isn't our most important duty. Right now, we have a single top priority that supersedes all others. The search for and recovery of the Lifehold.
Take
We're
a look
currently
at
kind of
this.
just scouring the planet going, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, we really need that. Oh no, that was crucial. Oh, we gotta find that one.
The White Whale was designed to carry an exceedingly large number of passengers, all of them held in stasis. All housed in a structure called the Lifehold. This is a complete schematic of that facility. Only essential personnel were conscious and active for the journey from Earth. The flight crew, maintenance engineers. And of course, some military so we could defend ourselves if necessary. But the vast majority were in the Lifehold. Are in the Lifehold. With any luck, they're all still there, in stasis, waiting to be rescued. But
probably had
problem.
cushier,
We now know the Lifehold
than
broke
I did.
apart along with the rest of the ship when we came
This is
down
the
on Mira.
luxury hold.
What we don't know is exactly where all the pieces landed. Not very comforting, I know. Blade's top priority now is locating the missing units.
Alright. Anyway, registration. I got nothing to do, and no memories. Bad place to be in.
Yes. All citizens of NLA are required to register their name, age, and occupation. We also ask you
I only
report
know
any
one of those
personal
things.
assets and take a short survey regarding your current state of health.
Bad.
All purely as a precaution. I'm sure you understand.
Current state is,
As the
I don't
caretakers
fucking
of
know.
humanity's survival,
I got nothing.
we all have certain responsibilities.
And hey, it's not all bad. Registering gets you access to all kinds of public services.
In any case, I'm sure this is all a lot to digest. You'll be wanting some time. Ms. Koo, even I'm tired of hearing myself speak. Why don't you take our guest out for some air? Perhaps a tour of the administrative district.
I'm going to
sir.
drink water. Lots
Come on,
and lots
we'll
of
keep
water.
this briefing brief.
If you need any more exposition, ask me later. I don't want to do it now. I'm done. But yeah, like, a ton of games used to have amiibos at, like, the, Wii 3DS, era. Not really getting that as much anymore, which is too bad. It's not gonna be like, oh yeah, we're, releasing a remake of, the second Fire Emblem game, the weird one. Yeah, that gets amiibos. Why not? Alright, so, customization center. What are we customizing? Can't use it now. Okay, nothing. The answer was, in fact, nothing. Get out of here. We'll also say, now that I've seen just a whole cutscene with a whole lot of exposition, faces in the definitive edition are a lot better than the original. I think it's mostly the eyes,
You know, it's not every day we're authorized to let a civilian tour the administrative district.
Yeah. Nagi must really, really want her to join Blade.
On account of being the main character and all.
The AD is
I'm
a bit
very
different
cool.
from the other districts. It's got everything a Blade would need, all in one place, without any extra fluff.
Get a load of that Skell.
Make my
The
way
way that they
downtown.
walk is so cool. Oh yeah, work it, baby.
Lynn, please. The Skell may be an object, but that doesn't give you the right to hit on the poor Skell. I mean, we do have amnesia, so we don't know what a Skell is, but I feel like you don't need memories to know that mechs are cool. We're not going to objectify it, unlike some people, Lynn.
What? You don't remember what a Skell is?
Where's Blade's HR?
That gorgeous exoskeleton that just went by? Basically like the most incredible, awesomest super weapons ever? Lasers, force fields, bipedal and vehicular transformations. Sorry, I get so excited whenever I think about it.
Alright, Lynn's resident Met girl.
Originally, Skells were developed as a defensive measure to counter
You're a
potential alien
relatable
threats.
character in that respect.
It wasn't enough to save Earth, though. We were outnumbered and outgunned. Still, just look around you. New LA has gone
They
from
all
basically
have one
nothing
hell of a
to
stress,
this
though.
in just 2 short months. We could never have
That one
come
over
so
there's got the
far
cool
so
guy walk
fast
going.
without Skell technology. I'd love to get you into one to see for yourself, but it's not that simple.
You're gonna have to
Yeah,
wait
duh.
many
For
chapters
one
for
thing,
that
only
one.
Blades are allowed to pilot Skells. And even then, you need a license.
These aren't toys we're talking about. They're complex machines with powerful weapons.
You don't
And
know
they're
how to pilot a
precious
forklift,
resource.
you're
We
not
only
ready
have
for a
so
Skell.
many of them to go around.
You can't even get that down.
So yes, as you might imagine, the certification process is a fairly rigorous one.
I'm sure you're thinking, where do I sign up for the test? But it's not that
It doesn't
simple.
have to be that kind of
They
fanfic.
choose you, not the other way around.
It's just going to be
You can't just
incredibly
walk in the front door
detailed
and
about
volunteer.
the workings of the Skell.
There is some criteria.
There's plot in there
the
somewhere,
details
but
are largely
really you're
hidden,
just
but
there
basically,
for
HQ only allows the
the
cream of the
incredibly
crop to take
detailed
the test.
schematics.
Blades who go above and beyond in their duties and for the people of New LA in general.
So what do you
It's
say?
50 chapters.
If you become a Blade and work hard, I'm sure it'll only be a
Things
matter of time
happen
before they
in like
tap you on the
3 of
shoulder.
them.
Speaking of work, that reminds me. Why don't we check out the mission control board first? That's where we take on our assignments.
Good call. Let's head on over.
Alright, side quest board.
What's wrong?
Hey, I want to know about your organization. What's the point of it? Man, I'd hate having somebody like Julia around just walks up to you, hey, organization, tell me everything about it. It's like, I just work here. I have to. We're building civilization. I can't do anything but, like, this or, I don't know, building. Look, everybody who can't, like, fight and shit does all the smaller jobs. I can't be a barista, because, like, I can punch someone. That option's off the table. Alright, so... I hear you control side
so
quests.
this is mission control. We don't have a dispatch system yet, so Blades usually choose their own assignments. Everyone comes here and selects from the missions available on the board.
And it's not just official Blade tasks. Anyone with a request is free to post here. Businesses, citizens, whoever.
Yeah, it's basically how anything gets done in New LA, so the board is constantly updating. Just about every Blade will stop by here at some point in their shift.
This seems
It's
like it
our
is the
second
shift.
home. You'll always find a number of blades around here, blowing off steam or browsing mission control for their next assignment.
Whenever I get freed up, I'll stop here first thing to check for any missions I might be suited for.
Likewise. And if the assignment seems too tough to handle solo, that's what the Scout Console is for. We should show you that next.
Hey, who's giving this tour anyway? We also have the Scout Console, if the assignment seems too tough to handle solo. And Elma just said that, didn't she?
Man, you really need to rehearse this more.
Hey!
Alright, so, mission control. Can't use it now. We can only look at it. We've got other things to go. Gotta see the Scout console first.
Ta-da! The Blade Scout Console. When the going gets tough, the tough go to the Scout Console. You know, to get tougher.
If you do end up
Don't even
joining
bring your
us,
eyeballs near
you'll
this
quickly
thing.
realize just how
You
important this
haven't
little
registered.
kiosk
Get out
is.
of here.
A lot of the mission control assignments are too much for any one blade to handle. They tend to call for multiple members with specialized knowledge or unique skills. This console lets you search for and recruit other blades to fill those roles for just such an occasion.
You can't spell blade without team. Sorta. Anyway,
Not
awesome,
even remotely.
Right? So, you ready to join up?
Hang
really
on,
need to
Lynn.
rehearse
Take it
this
easy,
stuff.
would you?
What? I'm just saying you'd have to be some kind of an idiot not to want to join Blade. Or maybe a crazy person.
Oh, and here I thought you might be pressuring our guest.
Yeah, it's
Apology
just peer
accepted.
pressure.
Now,
It's
how
completely
about a
different.
little shopping? And I'm not talking about
There's
the
a
stuff
word
over
in
the
front
commercial
of it.
district.
It modifies
I'm talking
it,
about
makes it
Armory Alley.
different. I'm assuming I'm not allowed to look at this either, right? Yep. Although that it did only say unavailable while offline.
Hey,
Nope. Achievement unlocked. Info lover. Love me some info. Can't get enough
So
of
this
it.
street's what we call Armory Alley.
Blades can requisition equipment from any of the vendors here.
I won't lie. Most Blade members face danger on a daily basis. Having the
But
latest
you would
gear
have to be
isn't about
stupid
impressing
to
your
not
friends.
want to join
It's a
them.
matter of survival.
True enough. And that goes not only for your personal armor and weapons, what we call ground gear, but for skell equipment as well.
Don't
You can
need
even
to
buy
worry
whole
about that.
skells. Can you imagine owning your own skell? Huh? Oh, right,
Lynn
the
is
door.
just
I think all that's left
strong,
is the heart
sad
of Blade
thinking
itself.
about covered
Blade
bridges,
Tower.
but with scales. Oh, scales.
hey,
Just said the word scale and you went into some kind of trance. Alright. Show me the large tower that I cannot, unfortunately, quite get the right angle for Final Fantasy VII. I mean, I can kind of get a mirrored shot of it. Nah, yeah, unfortunately I vanish anytime. Alas. Somebody had to have
So
done
yeah,
that though, right?
Blade Tower. When we come here, it's usually to stop by
I don't know
Blade
if
HQ.
it's anybody in this district, but
The
somebody
higher-ups,
just
like
snuck over
Secretary
into the Final
Nagi and
Fantasy
Commander
VII
Vandom, will
buzz.
spend most of their day here. The government leaders, too. They're based in the tower. Guys like our new Director General Maurice Chassan, for example.
Blades sometimes report to the leadership here after we finish key assignments. You'll want to remember this place.
You finish a chapter, you go here.
And that about does it for our tour. So, what do you think? Pretty amazing setup, right? You can't wait to join Blade, right?
Okay, Lynn, seriously, that's enough.
Ah, yes.
We're not here to make
Administrative
a sales pitch.
buildings
We
really
just
get
want you
people
have all the
excited to
facts So you
join.
can make an informed decision to join us, or not. Now that you've seen where and how we work, hopefully it made a good impression, but your decision will be just that, your decision. In any case, let's head back to the barracks. Secretary Nagi will be waiting.
I'm glad that's just the fanfare you get for doing a mission. Hey, you got the tour, nice! Alright. You've just woken up, so you might be feeling pretty hazy. Don't you worry, though, I've got a newsletter. Yeah, so anyway, I have this weekly newsletter. You can sign up for it if you want. No pressure, you don't have to, but you should definitely look at that, though. Like, see control guide? You want to see that, right? You want to see me talk about the control guide? Yep. Script. Alright, yeah, these not jump. I feel like, if anything, that's gonna be the thing that trips me up incredibly frequently. It's like, that's not just an I'm also playing Xenoblade 2 thing, that's just most video games. Normally, I do this and I jump, but I don't jump. CR is kinda weird. I'll get used to it eventually. Yeah, remember weapon switch? That's easy enough. Oh no, I'm sorry, I'm not responding to everything, but you're fine. You can keep talking. I don't mind.
Honey, we're home.
Yes, very amusing.
Who wants a fresh cup of tea?
Thank you, Ms. Gu, but I can't stay long. I just wanted to pass along a request from your commanding officer.
Commander Vandom? Does it have anything to do with our new arrival?
Correct. He stopped by while you were out on your tour. He said he'll come back, but that I shouldn't wait to ask you.
Here we go. I bet I can guess.
You probably can. He wants to fast-track our new friend here for blade duty with a training assignment. What in the hell are we waiting for? As he put it.
The commander does have a way with words.
Do you always love
Makes even my
one voice
pitch
actor
sound
just doing
smooth.
impressions of different ones?
I explained about the memory issues, but he didn't see it as a
It's
problem.
always fun.
And to be honest, given our current need for blade recruits, I can't say I entirely disagree.
Hey, it's not me you need to convince. Blade service is voluntary, remember?
Of course, and I would never force or coerce anyone. Well, friend, what do you say? Can we count on you to do your part?
So, I do know this is a but thou must thing. I do really wish, though, that if you refused, it just took you back to the title screen. I'm gonna accept, because I'm not usually one to just do the refusal to see the dialogue loop. But yeah, no. The game keeps saying, like, it's voluntary. You don't have to. But you absolutely do have to. You're not playing the video game unless you do.
I knew you'd make the right choice.
I knew
Welcome
you
to the
would.
organization.
On account of you
Elma,
have to.
She can start on your team. You'll begin training immediately.
Yes, Mr. Secretary. With pleasure.
All right. Welcome to the Cool Kids Club.
So that is probably how I would refer to it at some point or another, so...
Now then, let's discuss
They
that
like
training
Lynn's
assignment.
writing.
We've decided to start you
Again,
out on a
very
probe
relatable.
installation, just to get your feet wet.
I guess we should back up a bit. Here in New LA, we're using a specialized computer system called Frontier Nav to help us deploy a sensor grid across Mira. A network of
We
data
use a
probes that
device
allows us
called
to
the
monitor
Wii U
conditions and
tablet.
collect all kinds of information about the planet.
The fucking what?
Expanding that grid and filling in the blind spots is one of Blade's highest priorities. Here, take a look at this. What you're seeing on screen is a terrain map that includes New
yeah.
LA and the
I remember the
surrounding landmass.
original version.
As you can see, we've divided the area into a series of hexagonal blocks. We call these blocks segments, and together they form our grid.
And you have to
We
climb a
determined
tower
this
in
was
order
the
to
most
activate
efficient
them.
pattern, given the limited range of our probes. Based on it, we know exactly where we need the probes to go. Now we just have to install them.
The sooner the better, as far as I'm concerned. The Frontier Nav probes can also detect the general locations of living things in the vicinity, which comes in handy if we need to track down a Blade or another citizen.
Yes, quite handy indeed. So for this first exercise, you'll be heading here, to that white segment. Go there, install the data probe, and then come back home.
Got it. East of the city.
In that case, we
See,
can take
it's
the east
much
gate out of the
easier than how we did
administrative
it back
district,
in the
right?
day.
We should be there in no time.
Look, years ago we would have had
I'll
to pull an
leave the
Atrian
details
Odyssey
on
and
the
draw the
data
map
probe
ourselves.
installation
Nah, just gotta
procedure
activate a
to
probe
you.
this time.
Of course, Mr. Secretary. All right, you two, shall we?
Yeah! Training or not, let's go install the hell out of that probe!
Again, Lynn phrases things in much the same way I do. Also, yeah, I barely remember Blade level from original. I sort of remember. I did not get very far, so like even the choosing a department never. I don't remember doing much with that either. But yeah, from what I understand, that stuff is just mostly set dressing. I do know at some point we'll get a rundown of the departments, which, you know, it's good for world
Man,
building.
am I glad we pulled an assignment to the
Cool
east
to know
of
what
the
the
city this
departments
time.
are. You can kind of
It'd be
think
a
about them,
long
they're just
walk all
not
the way back over to
integral.
the west gate.
Hold on. Are we even sure the East Gate will be open? Last I heard, it was still on lockdown from all the high-level indigen activity.
It was, but they just lowered the threat level earlier today. The gates are officially open for business. One of our teams must have gone out there and kicked some furry indigent butt, huh?
Or scaly, could be either. Wait, which gate were we at? I think we were at the other gate, right? Yeah, she was saying. I mean, to be fair, we did do some of the threat level reduction, but I think they handled the stuff later.
Wouldn't surprise me at all. Irina's team is one of our best.
How
Now,
does she know
thankfully,
Irina and Gwyn?
all the stuff around here is probably stuff
We ran
that,
into
you know, we
them
can
just
match at
before
our
we met up with
levels.
you. They were on their way out to an assignment.
We're just really lucky we
Well, then
didn't land
that
in any of
settles
the
it.
areas
It
with,
must
like,
have been them,
high-level
right?
stuff.
Man, forget this amateur hour
You
probe
start opening
baloney.
the gate,
Those guys
and you
are where the
start to
action's
see a
at.
level 99 super boss just
I'll
standing
try not to take
outside,
that personally.
waves at you.
But
Nope,
enough
nope.
talk.
Close the
We've got
gate
our
again.
mission
Nope,
to
nope.
deal
Not
with.
dealing with that.
Let's head out.
Roger. That probe isn't gonna install itself. Let's get to the east gate, shall we?
Okay, so. Okay, so yeah, it's just very much set dressing. Man, I don't remember what path I joined. I would imagine Pathfinder? I would think it would make sense to join the exploration one. It's a very exploration-focused game. I can't remember how I did this. I would assume Pathfinder.
Hey,
Though, you know, it is actually probably nice to be able to just choose whatever. And I can choose based on the character. You know, what the character might do. Which, in fairness, might still be pathfinding. I don't know. And I always envisioned in Julia as a mechanic, so... Who knows? I might go with that.
Hey! Yes?
Yeah, so there's some guys with high levels. Don't fuck with them. Okay, so I've still got like 20-ish minutes left. So no, I'll clear that stuff later. I probably won't be on a chapter break between streams this time so I can do more just checking stuff. I don't know. I don't know if that sounds mission critical. We'll probably want to do that. We'll probably want to look through equipment at some point. I'm thankful for... vanity slots. Speaking of, I could just steal Lynn's outfit. Just looking at a person, magically stealing their stuff. Okay, who will work better? Yeah. You know, the worst part is, though, is the battle theme, while good, is less good conducive for me to just tell enemies to fuck off if I don't want to fight them. Xenoblade 2's battle theme is great for that. Just start muttering, please fuck off, to the tune of that battle theme. Anytime some guy comes up and I'm like, I don't want any part of that. Alright, yeah, I don't think I have anything particularly fancy for armor. Wait, oh. Although I do have more outfit pieces. Yeah, this is gonna be a thing of... I will do equipment stuff between streams. Cause that's a lot to mess with. Like, both vanity slots, and also... just equipment in general. Oh yeah, and we take a quick check through everybody's arts as well. So let's see. Yeah, Elma's got nothing new, I don't think. Let's see, Flame Cloak, Thermal Resist up. Deals weapon damage versus toppled. Ooh, alright, cool. Yeah. Fashion, will happen for a while. I distinctly remember having, like, battle suits and, like, casual gear when I played the original. It's like everyday wear. Alright, so yeah, thermal damage. And you've got topple. Who had break again? I think that was me, right? Okay, so I have topple. Weapon damage, boost power. Oh wait, no, you have, and it's also called stagger. I am never going to get used to that, I'm sorry. It's only stagger in this game, and I'm surprised they didn't change it. Yeah, that is very weird. Alright, not too much I can mess with, right? What's currently giving me the new icon? Oh, because I have to look over them here, right? Gatling gun arts. You don't have to inflict stagger before inflict... Excuse me? Okay, I am not going to remember that ever. That's so weird. Like, technically convenient, but weird. Oh, that's fucked up. Okay, so it improves the chance. Got it. So you still want to stagger first. But you can just topple. Also, you are giants. You're level 6. I'm not going to mess with you. I think you can fight these guys at this point. Though, as a note, I do remember, size does matter. I don't know, that guy might still be kind of tough, like... because this is a game where you will eventually get to pilot a mech, there are just a whole lot of potential threats that are just very big. And even if they're like almost a reasonable level, they might still be a little tough. It's one of those... it's very much weight class is a thing. Although, he does also have legs. Oh, that guy's level 9. Yeah, they're slow moving, so I'm guessing they're kind of strong. But they do have legs. As we all do. So yeah, probably slightly tougher than this guy right here. I know that's the guy said I could practice on the Ovis, but look at them! Look at that guy! I wanna fight him. He's doing a little dig. Okay, he's got little scales. That's adorable. You're less adorable. See it. I'm looking at that guy over there, who's 2 levels higher. Alright. I keep forgetting I don't have to hold R, and then press B in order to do the thing. This is not Xenoblade 2, I can just press B to move. Oh, Grex's. Yeah, Grex's can be fuckers. Oh god, somebody's level 26. That guy way over there, I don't think I need to worry about them. Like that's way in the distance. Oh, I've accidentally cutscened.
What the hell happened here?
That looks like something we shouldn't fuck with.
You don't think that one Sinicula could have killed all these simius?
I feel like they could. I feel like that's a guy
Unless...
that
what?
you don't want to mess with.
This is bad.
What's bad? I don't follow you.
That Sinicula. It's a tyrant.
Huh? But it looks just like any other Sinicula.
But have
Think
you
about
looked at its name,
Your
Lynn?
typical simius is way higher up on the food chain than your typical Sinicula, right?
Look, this is crucial
Usually
survival
we find one
advice.
simius standing over 3 or 4 Sinicula.
You gotta
corpses.
look at a monster
Here, the
and
tables
think,
have been turned.
alright,
And I don't see a
is
single
that just a
trace
lion,
of any
or is
other
that
indigents in the
Brent?
area.
think
There's
that might be
only one
Brent. I'm getting
explanation.
out of here.
That Sinicula is a tyrant.
Let me check the Blade Report database. If there's a tyrant this close to the city, someone must have run across it. Bingo. There was a Sinicula tyrant sighted not too long ago, but it was a couple of segments further out.
It could have followed the blade that spotted it back towards New LA, or come here to feed, or who knows what.
That's crazy. I can't believe there's a tyrant right on our doorstep and HQ isn't doing a thing about it.
Well, don't forget why they sent us here in the first
It's also
place.
weird to have a,
Frontier
like,
Nav's range is still limited.
a lot of in-story
Right.
discussion
They couldn't track it if there's no
unique
local
monsters.
probes. They must have lost it when it went off the grid.
Like, usually you just see a bit of tutorial stuff, and it's like... Anyway, that guy will end your entire life if you get close to him, so don't. But yeah, now we're just getting full-on cutscene of like, oh yeah, that guy over there, don't mess with him.
Tyrant designation is given to creatures that pose a special threat in one way or another. That doesn't always mean raw strength. Some tyrants will actually register as low rank when we find them out in the field and engage them in combat.
But if they have
But don't
names,
let that
don't
fool
mess
you.
with them.
If a creature shows up as a tyrant, you can be sure it's got at least one nasty trait or ability to speak of. The system can't account for everything, though, so don't let your guard down, no matter what rank it assigns. Even some of Blade's very best teams have come back with serious injuries after running into a tyrant in the field. If they come back at all.
So yeah, no matter what, we have to. Let's be bold and say like, hey, gotta protect everybody.
As long as you understand the risks involved.
Can we take it on? I don't know. But we're gonna try
Lynn?
for the city.
Count me in.
Because we're brave
The
and
same
cool.
goes for everyone in New LA, but if we're gonna settle here on this planet, we're gonna have to get used to dealing with tyrants now and then. Besides, if I need to, I can always run away while it's busy chewing on one of you guys.
Fair enough. But don't push it, okay? Either of you.
So, who's drawing the short straw on
If we
that
can take
one?
it down, great. But if not, even just luring it away would be a moral victory. As long as we buy enough time to install the probe, we can use Frontier Nav to track it, or any other tyrant that comes this close to the city from now on. Just make sure you're ready before we attack. This'll be tougher than anything else we've faced.
Alright, so... I probably should equip stuff, yeah. Yeah, what level are you? Nope, not you. You're safe in the distance, you're fine. Seems like... No, that changes that. I'd like to know about the guy in front of me, please. Oh, well.
Didn't have to be engaging. Lay down some
Alright,
fire.
Longpants, the pursuer. Okay, well, I may have tricked it a little bit.
So what if you staggered?
Appreciate it.
Alright, who's got active right now?
So what if
Seems
you
to be
staggered
me.
me? From Armor!
Yeah, definitely want to attack from a distance. Because the game says, hey, destroy the head. Okay. Also don't necessarily need to wait for that for the second warm up. Oh, that's good. Cool.
You can do it.
Isn't so bad.
Well, what if I should be doing better? Kill me! Shadow Strike!
Oh god. I was just gonna let the song play, but you got beams too, huh? Alright, sure.
Move in and do some damage.
And I made his head explode a little bit.
I'm in trouble. Heal me.
Fire Assault Hammer! Go me! Now close the gap!
Alright. Top one. Oh, nice. And there. That wasn't so bad. So yeah, that was uncontrollable.
Awesome!
Nice work, Lynn. You fought well. You did too. Now let's get down to business and install that data probe.
Unique monster themes are
If we stay here
pretty
for
much
long,
always pretty good.
there's no telling what other playmates might show up. This beam of light indicates a Frontier Nav site. It marks the ideal spot to bury the probe.
Okay, the probe should be ready for insertion. I'll just boot it up.
Thanks, Lynn.
Admittedly, Xenoblade 2 is like
The top
regular
half
battle
of the
theme is
cylinder
really good,
contains
so
the probe itself. The bottom half is a laser. It dissolves
Unique
the
monster
soil so
theme
the
like
probe
is
can burrow
good,
to the proper
but
depth.
I don't know. I actually kind of prefer the
We
regular
tried just
one.
planting them on the surface at first, but we kept running into problems with the local wildlife damaging the goods. Burying them is going to save us all a lot of time and headaches in the long run. We all set?
Yes, ma'am. Whenever you're ready.
Why don't you do the honors? You can launch it right from your comm device. Give it a try.
All right, now bring out your Wii U gamepad. No, Lynn, do it. Now we'll launch it. We've got to show some amount of competence. There we go. I did it. Pressed a button. Lynn did all the hard work.
Good. Now we just need to give it a minute to reach the target depth.
And installation complete. We are now online with a solid connection to Frontier Nav.
Excellent. See? At the end of the day, there's really not much to it. The hardest part was calculating the ideal probe locations. We need them spread out evenly to maximize data collection.
Yep, planting probes is easy. And the more we plant, the more likely we are to find missing crew. So anytime you see a probe site, there's no excuse not to plant that sucker.
Yep, that is the thing
That'll
you
do
do.
it for your training. Let's head back
Go
to
to
the
probe
barracks and
locations,
report to
activate
Secretary
them.
Nagi.
Which no reason not to, that is how you do anything important whatsoever. Oh, I can only hold 99 of any item. Aw, man. But I'm so close to having 99. Alright, so yeah, oh. Hi, Lau. We haven't met you yet, but thanks for the tutorial anyway. Okay, yeah, and here's Elma just straight up saying, yeah, hey, big things will probably kill you. You can fight some big things. That was a tutorial, though. Hephaestus the Absconder. So, you know, we had a chance of fighting that guy. But, probably won't if they're high enough level. Oh yeah, that one's level 25. It will not matter what guy, what size Hephaestus is. Hephaestus will kill us real bad. You will be absconding with our bones. So anyway, here's some more of the map. You know, we've seen this area, but here's a little more of what Mira looks like. Let's see, how do we zoom out? Oh, we're as zoomed out as we can get. Okay. And that's... As far as I know, there's nothing out here. Unless there's a point which some kind of continent rises from the sea, but again, I did not get that far. So, if there are any secret undersea... Or I guess also something could come from space to fill that point of the map, but if there's anything up there, I don't know about it. Never saw it. This is the jungly area, I think. This is that area? I've seen some of the earlier areas, but yeah, like... This area I've not seen much of, cause, things will thrash you. I think I've seen much of the desert. Actually, no, I think I started seeing the desert, when I was playing. Alright, I think, though, we do have some icons. We've got some stuff we could go find, but... gonna call it day, more or less. We'll make our way back to town. But, yeah. That, of course, would normally be, like, the big thing about the, Wii U gamepad. Is just the use of the map, which, you know, I gotta say, Wii U gamepad was pretty cool. For that. Yeah, the function of just, like, having a little screen, to play along with wasn't bad. I do kinda miss it, you know? Wii U wasn't the best, but it was neat. I liked its functionalities. Kinda neat to just have, like, the gamepad be your fill-in for the thing you're using in story to do stuff like... Oh shoot, what was the... I forgot what the, little above your head cam is. I'll remember that later. Though I don't know how much use I'll get out of it right now. Regardless, let's see. I think I already spoke to Thomas. Again, I've been playing Torna, so like... It's weird not talking to every NPC. Which that was weird because I barely talked to NPCs in base game too. Unless I had one of the talk to women talking up on charts I needed to fill. It's been going through a loop of like, alright, talk to no one. No, I talk to everyone. Alright, so let's, oh, nice, daytime theme. Should be doing end-of-stream plugs, but I'll let this play. You have to look through the shop first. Oh, it makes the music go away anyway. Oh. Still gonna mix it A and B. Alright. So it was... So yeah, we've got a bunch of new bits of armor. And I believe all this stuff will be, like, actual armor. Most of the stuff that's going to be, considered... like, more just... stuff for your vanity slots is gonna be, like... more in town, if I remember correctly. It's elsewhere. Though they do also sell the swimsuits here for some reason. Why? I don't know. Look, you might need to do some kind of underwater mission, I don't know. This might be integral, swimsuit armor. But yeah, just go through these two. I remember, I don't think I ever really changed Elma or Lynn's armors too much. Because especially Elma has some pretty perfect, just base design. Which one did I go with? I think this is the one I used for, my character, the light blue armor. It's hard to tell because this definitely looks way different in general. But I think this and its corresponding parts, I went with... Oh, what did I do? Oh, I just skipped. Okay, go through the head of... Snorkel prepared! See, Elma's ready to dive in case we have any kind of undersea missions. I think survival goggles is what I had on Julia as well. I think I gave her that, because that also seemed to match the color. Plus, you know, I'm not really one for helmets either. I know it's very common, but like... Yeah, I don't usually put helmets on characters, because like, it covers their face. Unless the character is designed with... the helmet in mind, it's like, you know, I don't want that on there. Alright, so yeah, there was just a quick run-through of the various bits of outfits. Guess I'll also go to legs. I'm not gonna bother with sleeves. But yeah. I will have to figure out what to buy, because I only have 28,000 money to work with. But now that we're not ending off on a chapter break, I can actually do stuff in between, and okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure this was the armor set I used to go, you know, out into the world with Julia. And then she had like an orange tank top, for just like around NLA. I do not remember what I had for casual wear for Elma though. Yeah, I'm gonna have to start taking these things into consideration. You know, it's very important. You have to have your dressing game on point. Speaking of which, there wouldn't happen to be any sort of, like, favorites menu. Is there? No, actually there is favorite armor. So I can at least get asterisks next to things. Does that favorite it for everybody? Okay, it does, so... Unfortunately, there isn't a, character-by-character favorite. So basically just have to, figure it out. It would be nice if you could just, like, save a set, though, you know? Alright, well. Anyway, though. Right, this is all between stream stuff, like... I gotta figure out what my good equipment is right now, and then, let's see, hey, here's Soul Voices. Go to main menu, party Soul Voice. Hey, you know the thing we've been seeing a little bit of? Where characters are like, hey, if this, then this. So yeah, the good news is, you don't have to do this for anybody else. Theirs is set, so you just have to, you know, learn character by character kind of what they ask for. But yeah, your character... You have to decide, like, when you do this, then you do this. Yeah, this is, a lot to set up. I will figure this out on my own time. Won't bore you with the details, but, here's an overview of Elma. Here's an overview of Lynn. Oh, we can even get, the voice samples.
Hunch first. Ask questions later.
Any other good ones? I think this one's probably your best.
Hunch first. Ask questions later.
Alright. Anyway, though, right, so... Yeah, stuff like this I'm gonna do between streams, because that's a lot. And look, I have absolutely had menu games before. In fact, to be fair, Persona 5 can also be kind of a menu game at times as well. But, this is a lot of menus, so I will... spare you all of those details. But yeah, I will figure out, you know, equipment and looks for next time. And, we'll... continue probably right about here, honestly. That's all I really have to do, between streams. Not really too much exploration I need to do off-stream, and even then, like, exploration's actually the good part, so... I don't really know if there's gonna be much I do off-screen, like, maybe a little bit of grinding if I ever need it, but I don't think it's gonna be precisely necessary, so... Right, I think that will do it for Xenoblade 2 this week. So, if you're looking forward to more of this, I'll be back next Tuesday, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time, for, I guess, joining Blade. I mean, look, we've had our first assignments, and, while I didn't show it off, I had no choice but to do that first assignment. And yeah, now we'll check in, and everybody will praise us for being so cool. I'm sorry, the music kicked in. That's part of the song. There'll be plenty of time to listen to some of the points. Anyway, as for other streams, Mega Man Star Force DX is Thursday, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Gonna be doing more side quests, and then, I guess, being threatened more by some person who hates friendship. And I think they called themselves Ray. We don't know anybody called Ray, but I guess we'll know more about them, and why they hate friendship so much. Also, the time's going up. There isn't any menu to prevent that, so, here we are, I guess. Anyway. Actually, no, to be fair, I saved, so it's gonna resume from where I saved, so it doesn't matter. And then yeah, Saturday, 9 to 11 p.m. Eastern Time is Persona 5 Royal. We are... Actually, no, I finished all the Hangout stuff, I think, so we're gonna be getting to Say's Palace next time. So yeah, starting that out. pretty much right from the word go. And then that's it for stream stuff, but if you want to catch the VODs, I'm Thefner Masamune on YouTube, and hey, guess what? There's LPs there as well. Mega Man X Command Mission is Monday, Saints Row the 3rd is Wednesday, and Dragon Quest IV is Friday. And if you want to support me, you can do so through Patreon or Ko-fi. I'm Thefner on both those sites, and you can find links easy enough in the Twitch bio or underneath the YouTube videos. Alright, so... probably don't have a lot of fashion, but like... I have to get fashion started, you know? Gotta get that ball rolling. Have a good night, y'all. I'll see you next time.